Stray here, and today I want to talk about the Light Martial Cat in Summoner's War. This is just going to be a pretty quick review of her and where she's used. I want to talk about runes, where she's used, and her skills. So first of all, we're going to go for her skills because that's the most relevant thing. Before you even think about using a monster, you want to use their skill. Look at their skills. So skill 1 stuns with a 50% chance and it scales with health. Skill 2, it basically buffs your crit rate and um, it gives you the counterattack status and increases your attack bar by 50%. You take 50% damage whenever the skill is on cooldown, which is pretty good. You really don't want to skill this skill up because basically as it levels up you get more attack bar recovery, and that's gonna reduce the amount of time you're in counter state and crit rate buff and taking less damage. Skill 3 is a passive, and basically if you're the same HP status, same percentage, or lower, you will absorb 50% of their attack bar. That means 50% of their attack bar is gone and you get 50% of yours. And it recovers your HP by 50% if their HP status is better than yours. So that's pretty good. Basically like a kind of a finisher, honestly. You're gonna have her move move first, honestly. So if you're 100% HP attacking something else with 100% HP, it's going to steal 50% attack bar, which is really good. So as a first move, basically a better Mina, honestly. But anyway, those are her skills. Next, I want to talk about her runes. So right now I have her runed Swift Energy, which isn't the most optimal set. I would go with Swift. First of all, Swift, Despair, maybe Violent, but not really, because she's already turn cycling a lot. And Destroy would also be a good choice, but Energy Swift is a really good choice. Next, I want to talk about the stats she requires. First and foremost, you want to give her a bunch of health. You want her to, while her passive does relate to HP status and not max health, you do want her to have more health so that whenever she takes damage, it's less of a change in her health, so that her HP status can stay high. The higher you keep her HP status, the more you can make use of her skill 1, which is going to basically buff her attack bar and take down the attack bar of the enemy that you attack. So you want to keep her health high. Second, you want speed. You want her to be fast, cycle turns fast, get as many turns as possible. Third, you want crit damage. She's basically always going to have a crit rate buff. Like 99% of the time she's going to have a crit rate buff. I don't have crit damage on mine right now because I swapped a rune out, but you really want high crit damage so that her hits do something. And lastly, probably one of the more important stats is accuracy, so that you actually can get that attack bar absorb off. So those are the stats you want on her. Next, we're going to talk about her uses. She can be used as a farmer for fodder, which I wouldn't recommend because she is single target, but she can do it. As a matter of fact, she was self-leveling, meaning I didn't have to have anybody to level her whenever she was at 4-star level 1. So that's, of course, with runes. Rune, Swift Energy, Speed, HP, not the exact same runes, but similar runes. She was self-leveling at 4-star level 1, which not many monsters can say that. She is a sustained monster, sustains herself, basically keeps everybody else down while taking a bunch of turns on them. She also, I use her as a frontliner in my R5 team because I don't have BJ5 yet. She keeps the raid bosses HP, or she keeps the attack bar down while keeping her own up. She takes a lot of turns, and whatnot. And it's helpful because she can, grant the extra turn or two needed to get a cleanse off or a heal off, which is really great. Next, I use her in arena defense, which she's really good because she is turn one, and generally, I guess people don't really use Will on their arena offense because my arena defense wins a surprising amount for being in Fighter 3. Uh, so, there's that to consider. She'll move first if she has a little bit faster runes on her than she does now, and if you want her to move faster, you're going to have to sacrifice some HP probably, which you probably have better runes than mine, so you're going to be able to have all these stats that I can't. Lastly, I use her in RTA because, again, I think of her as a better Mina because she can move. She has a lower base speed, but she has the same chance to stun and also the attack bar steal. So whether she stuns or not, it's 100% activation chance for the attack bar steal, which is really good for, if you can move her faster than a Fran or an Orion or Draco, like move her right after your stripper ideally. But that's all I have for this monster. She's one of the most underrated Second Awakening monsters in my opinion, and I would use her if I was you. I am me and I use her, but that's because I'm constantly looking for off-meta monsters because I don't like the, RTA where everybody is either using Ciara, Bastet, Daphnis, all of the meta monsters, Vanessa, etc. So, anyway, that's my review of the Light Martial Cat, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll think about building her. This might be the salt in me speaking because I don't have a Miho, but in my opinion, she is the most underrated of the martial cats because I don't ever see anybody using her. But yeah, hope you guys check her out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.